Big Hendo, he missed all kinds of darts at doubles in the final leg. He should have taken it to a decider where the Scotsman would have been throwing as well, but messing about in the madhouse on double one, and Simon Whitlock kind of stumbled over the line and got here. But first game, it's never easy.
Never easy, no. And, you know, John played on Friday, didn't he? And so, you know, John settled into the throw, and, you know, he's been up there and he knows what it's like, the stage, where the creeks are, and, the, you know, all the nooks and crannies. But poor Hendo, he was gutted losing that. I mean, he did miss a lot of darts, and, yeah, I did feel for him. That double one was awful for him, wasn't it?
Yeah. He'd scored pretty well. He's a terrifying scorer, John Henderson, when he gets going.
Yeah, when he gets a rocking, don't come a knocking. I'll tell you, he's brilliant. Lovely guy, John. Gentle giant. He's a great guy. Lovely guy to be around. Right then, Dan, this is going to be a good one, mate.
Yeah, it has all the ingredients to be an absolute belter. Simon Whitlock, he does save some of his best for European tournaments. Of course, he did go and win the European Championship. Unlucky bounce out with his second dart.
Yeah, a tough tournament to win as well. Real hard one to qualify for the European Championship. And yeah, funny enough, we were talking about that this morning over an iced tea, me and Simon. And yeah, very proud of that, he is.
Yeah, he was desperate. I mean, he's too good a player not to have a major, wasn't he? And he's just incredible. When he first came over to the PDC and he had the run to the World Final, and he became known for all those big combination out shots, it was just terrifying, some of the darts he was playing.
I mean, you know, he's the most successful player, I think, with a 170 checker.
140.
He's pretty, if Simon's on 170, you know, he's got a damn good chance of pinning it. He's awesome with his doubles. Obviously, not of late he's been so good on his doubles, but you know, when it's been there, it can always come back. And you know,
140.
This is setting itself up for a nice one, I think.
Yeah, Phil Taylor's been tinkering with his setup. He's got different stems in, I understand now, and he's a little bit happier with them.
Yeah, Phil looks really comfortable in the practice room, actually. I went round and watched Phil and Simon. They're both practicing really well, hitting the triple with ease. And I think after one or two legs here, he's going to be coming. It's on its way now.
Well, it could well be on its way. As Phil Taylor looks to his first maximum of the match, and there it is.
There we go.
You're on the tally, Justin.
Hey, that's the first time I've been on the TV this week.
So Phil Taylor with a maximum,
133,
as he so often does, attacking the opponent's throw in the very first leg. He'll often win the throw and give it away to his opponent.
Yeah, and Simon there as well. You know, he's just hit a nice score, leave a nice finish. This is a lovely finish, 132. You've always, you know, you should always have at least two chances of getting on a finish with this. So, or on a double, if you like. But here we go, 57. Oh, unlucky.
Well, there's an opportunity there for Simon Whitlock that he's passed up. Phil Taylor missing the big number there. Very unlike the power. He hit the 3 when he needed the 17, but he's not going to be made to pay for it just yet. He's got 3 clear darts at double top.
Well, that's awkward for Phil. He's got to come under.
Phil Taylor. No bother at all, and it's a break of throw for Phil Taylor.
I think you heard me there, Dan. What are you talking about, Pipe? What do you know?
Well, 13 dart leg.
That's what he does, isn't it? He's, you know, he's broken Simon, and all he's got to do is hold throw. His focus and concentration. He'll walk around the stage and he has a giggle and a laugh, and as soon as he addresses that hockey, his face, his eyes just zone in. He's brilliant, and you know, young dart players watching Phil, you should really watch and learn. You know. Yeah.
He's the game face goes on.
Yeah,
and when he's on form, I mean, he's virtually unstoppable. I mean, it's just terrifying. He started off very strongly here, and the thing with Phil Taylor, he loves beating people up. He never takes his foot off the gas.
No, he won't give you a leg. Let's put it that way. He'd rather pap you 6-0 than let you win a leg.
Yeah. There is no sympathy. He's like a Genghis Khan.
Yeah. Oh yes.
Take no prisoners.
You know, and like you say, when he's in it and when he's throwing well, Phil always throws well, but when he's really in the zone, there's always 2 triple scores coming in. 1-3-4, 1-3-7, 1-3-1. He just beats you up, and you stand behind him and hear it, and you just think, for goodness sake, Phil, just slow up a little bit, give me a chance. But he's brilliant.
What's it like, Justin? You've obviously been on the tour for a number of years now. Oh, you're a former cage fighter, so you're like a fight. But when you first came to the PDC and you're in a practice room and you look over, Phil Taylor's on that board and he's hitting everything. Is that not incredibly intimidating, particularly when you might be playing him later on in the day?
No, because I'd do the same. On that practice board, sometimes I try and practice next to the guy I'm going to play, because I'm known for being a great practicer, same as Phil and Barney and James Wade as well. They're awesome on that practice board. And
115.
If you can get inside their head when you're in the practice room and practicing really well, it helps straight away up on the stage. So that's a big get up in the mind of your opponent.
Yeah, when so much of this game is played between the ears, those little advantages, it starts often hours before they actually get on stage.
Yeah. We have a bit of banter up in the practice room, don't worry. We always saying things to each other. When I played Phil in the Players' Championship in Minehead in the semi-final, and he brought it 1-3-2, and I think I left double 19. Lovely. Ooh,
2 double tops for Phil Taylor here. Vintage! Well, an 18 dart leg, that's not brilliant, but the thing is, he's taken that 100 out, 2 double tops, with Simon Whitlock sat 60. On 50.
Exactly.
As if he was on 250.
And that will hurt Simon. That will hurt Simon. And it does. It's a right kick in the belly. And there we go. He's only averaging 93. Or nearly 94, and you just think, well, he looks like he's strolling along. He's brilliant. And I'll say, down at Minehead, and he took out 1-3-2, and it was a real awkward ball. And we walked off it. It was to go 5-5 for me, but Phil went 6-4 up. We walked off, and I looked down and said, "You 58. Jammy so-and-so," and he just looked at me and winked, and then absolutely smashed me up.
Yeah.
When we come back out, but
it's little moments like that, big shots at crucial times. Yeah. It's got to be a huge, just to pick yourself up again and go again after having that disappointment. You were saying there, 99. Difference between 5-5 and 6-4 down is a big one. Simon Whitlock could have got that break back just there. But now he finds himself 2-0 down.
He's 2-0 down now. He's got a hold now, and then he's got to break Phil. Now, Phil's not the easiest of guys to break, but when you've got a player of the calibre of Simon, I mean, he can go out and it could be a 9-dart leg, but 11 dart legs, 12 dart legs all day long with these guys. And,
85.
They're more than capable of doing 6 of them on the spin. And so you're never out of it. That's how you got to feel. Look at this. This is a brilliant reply now.
Superb stuff. Simon Whitlock with his first maximum of the match, and once again he finds himself down to a finish. And Phil Taylor needs to find at least 1 treble, you would think, to put Simon under a bit of pressure. Well, just the 60. 126 is gettable, but Simon Whitlock will fancy his chances.
Yeah,
he's missed the big number.
126 is always a nice one. That's unlucky. 45. Yeah, double 16 coming in.
And double 16 is there. Simon Whitlock with his first leg on the board. That should settle him down.
Right in the middle, Dan. Right in the middle.
Simon Whitlock usually gets a very good level of support on the European Tour. Never underestimate the power of an image. 59. A big ponytail and a dubious facial hair can make you incredibly popular.
In Germany, especially for Simon. Honestly, he really does. Austria, not quite as much, but I'm sure it will grow in a minute.
The
support.
The German crowds, I've seen guys from Germany, particularly in Dusseldorf last year, they would turn up with bits of carpet sample taped to their chin in tribute to Simon Whitlock.
Did you see that picture of Simon with 4 of them?
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
really
I
good.
did see that as well.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, popular player Simon Whitlock.
Yeah, great player.
Yeah, I mean, it's not just his image, of course. I mean, the man's played some scintillating darts over the years.
He has. He has. Yeah, and you know, when you get down to the top 10 in the world, any one of them can win anything.
Well, I'll tell you what, if anybody in this bottom half of the draw is going to go all the way, they're going to have to do it the hard way, because obviously one of these guys goes through. They're going to play the winner of Stephen Bunting, a Lakeside World Champion, against Jamie Caven, who's played some great darts. I remember the European Championship where Simon Whitlock came from 9-3 down and beat him 10-9. What a game that was.
Awesome, wasn't it?
Oh. But then you've also got Peter Wright against Steve Beaton. Steve Beaton, who's won one of these Euro Tour events. Peter Wright, a world finalist this year. And then Winstanley Newton, both very, very capable players. As Phil Taylor fires in his second 180 of the match.
Young Kirk certainly going through it there with his voice, isn't he?
Yeah.
81.
The Kirkulator, the countdown champion.
We had a giggle about that yesterday.
He's that.
Good boy he is.
Oh, look at this, Phil Taylor. Beautiful stuff. Missed the big number with his first one, but then ball double eight. Not too shabby.
It's what he does. You know, one dart and it makes the world of difference.
100.
Yeah, Kirk was telling me last night that his next target, he wants to be like a pub quiz champion. He wants to go on more TV game shows. And
does he?
Yeah, apparently so.
He needs to go train spotting a bit more often, I think.
Yeah. Well, Phil Taylor.
Nothing against train spotters, of course, but I know he likes it, doesn't he?
He does. He does like his train spotting, does Kirk?
Yeah. Well, so what's he want to do sitting in a pub doing quizzes?
121.
I really don't know. Wouldn't want to be anywhere else right now, though, because Phil Taylor started off with 4 perfect darts.
This is warming up now.
Oh, he's unlucky there.
94.
This is warming up nicely, Dan, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. This is on the Whitlock throw as well. Look, if Phil Taylor were to get a second breaker throw here.
Massive now. This needs to be a 140.
100.
Unlucky.
Yeah, well, Phil Taylor's got 6 darts from here.
Yeah.
And if anybody's going to get down in 6 darts from 227, you would fancy the power. That's a decent dart for him. He should just be able to come over the top of it and find the treble, and that's exactly what he does. A 140 here, and he's really in the driving seat. Oh, this is what he does.
I think he's listening to you, Dan. Give us away, Phil.
Well, Simon Whitlock's going to set this up brilliantly. Stowe well away from those first 2 darts. You know what a bus he's scoring 180. But these are the checkouts that Phil Taylor has made a living out of taking out.
Totally. Going to get at least 1 dart now. Double 5.
Oh, 77.
Phil knew how important that was.
That was. Another break there would really hurt Simon.
Game's on the fifth leg. Simon wins.
Well, both Simon's darts have been right in the middle there of the doubles. He's, you know, he's got his eye in well.
They have. I mean, it's a 13-darter on his own throw, but still nearly broken by Phil Taylor there. Oh, he's back in there. This is, even after the disappointment of missing a dart in that last leg to break and go 3 legs clear, he just keeps coming back at you.
Well, this is what I'm saying, Dan. You watch him, you know, he approaches that hockey and bang, he's zoned in, you know, and that's what he does. He'll put that disappointment behind him and just push on forward. And that's what you've got to do. And, you know, you can learn so much from watching Phil. You really can. I mean, every time he stands on that hockey, he's in exactly the same position every time. You know, and that's why he's so good.
Well, you can look at that. Simon Whitlock, you can see it's the scoring that's let him down, really. He's not giving himself enough chances against the power. Phil's averaging 110 in his first 3 visits. Simon, madly, he's only averaging 88. He's still averaging 97 overall. Yeah,
incredible. Due to his, you know, his finishing, he's been obviously 100% now, I think. So, yeah, it's going to be a good one, I think. Yeah. I don't think it's going to be a bit of a hammering. I think this is going to be a 6-4, 6-5. Well, Simon Whitlock, he knows what he's got to do. He's got to up his scoring, and this is better. 140. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff he needs to do. He needs to give himself the opportunities, and then, you know, so far he's taken them when he's had them. And look what he's left down. Well, the king of 170s, mate. Yeah. 140. I wouldn't put it past him. The pin. 170. Well, what have you got, Simon? Ooh,
my word, just below his intended target.
He's you know, they're three really well thrown darts there.
Wow, too good, Phil, too good. He's only going to get one dart.
Too accurate.
Double 4 he wants for a 4-2 lead.
There it is.
There it is. Last darts for Phil Taylor.
He's in a punishing mood today, Dan.
Yeah, he really is. That's got to be a sickener as well. Not just when Phil does it, but anybody. When they've got one dart at it, you're sat there peering over their shoulder, ready to go there, and oh no, that's that leg gone. Back to 501.
Yeah, that does hurt. That really does, especially when you're sat handy. And they, you know, they chip out on the last dart. That, you know, but you've got to put it behind you and press on.
Oh my word!
And once again, Phil Taylor starts off a leg. It's as good as a maximum. In fact, I would say it's better. He's not had the benefit of using the previous darts to find the target.
Totally agree. They're three separate targets, all in the middle. He's zoned right in.
Oh, wow, Phil Taylor, 4 perfect darts again.
Oh, unlucky.
Just above. For the second time in the match, he starts off a leg with 4 perfect darts.
He'll take that. 190 after 6, I'm sure. Simon now, if 140 here, leave a nice finish.
Oh, he needs it, doesn't he? He needs it.
131. Oh, unlucky. Yeah, he's looking for the 170 again.
Oh, once again, Phil Taylor. No, well, this is an absolutely stunning leg of darts from the power. His average is creeping up and up. Fantastic stuff.
103 and 97 at the moment, and it's a quality game.
Yeah, fantastic stuff. And Phil, it's a potential 10-darter. I don't think he's going for the bull here.
I don't think he will.
There are some who would. There really are. But double 16 for Phil Taylor, an 11-dart leg and a breaker throw-in to go within 1 of the quarter-finals. This is the Phil Taylor that we have seen so many times before.
Yeah, he's certainly taken to those new darts well. He's got them absolutely right now, hasn't he?
Yeah, it's ominous, and look at that. 113 for his first 3 visits. He's scoring very well. He's outscored Simon, and if we're honest, Simon he's a heavy scorer. He would have known that if he's going to beat Phil Taylor, he's going to have to come out and score a lot better, give himself those opportunities. He's just not had them, not had enough of them.
Exactly. Simon's a very intelligent guy. He really is. When it comes to darts, he does things that other people don't do. And you know, if you sit and talk with him, he's really intelligent, and he'll know that what's gone wrong here, and he'll know what he's got to do to put it right. And you know, he hasn't got much time to do it, but he can.
Well, he certainly could. We mentioned earlier on about that game at the European Championships where he came from 9-3 down to beat Jamie Caven 10-9. He does have a comeback in him.
Oh yes, yeah, he will fight. He won't feel out of this. And that's what makes Simon a great dart player.
122.
It's just one leg at a time. That's all you've got to do.
Yeah, well, 4 legs on the spin against the greatest player there's ever been on a day where he's averaging just over 100 is a tall order.
It is. It certainly is.
Because Phil Taylor, when he's got his boot on your throat, he tends not to take it off.
He tends to twist it rather than take it off, doesn't he?
You asked Dave Chisnell, Grand Prix final.
Oh yeah.
60.
I think poor old Chiz didn't know what hit him there, did he really?
Well, I know you made the semis, but watching Chiz in the final, there must have been a tiny little bit of you, Justin, that thought, oh, maybe it's best I'm not there if he's in that kind of mood.
Well, I would rather have been in the final, Dan.
Well, I'm sure it'll come, Justin.
Hopefully one day.
3 major semi-finals, I believe, for yourself, isn't it? 2 at the Players' Championships at one of the Grand Prix.
Yeah, and quite a few quarterfinals as well. So
80.
It's coming along. You know, I'm taking the floor form onto the TV. Here we go. Need this one side.
And he's given himself a chance. Oh, just outside, and Phil Taylor may get a match start here.
This is where Phil comes in and just absolutely nails it. And the way he's finishing, Dan, you're not going to put it past him.
No, you certainly wouldn't, and he's going to get a dart.
Here we go.
57 off. That sets it up very nicely. Double top for the match. Phil Taylor, a place in the quarterfinals. Oh, my word.
That was close.
56.
If he had 4 darts, that would have been a nice marker.
Wow. He needed 4 legs in a row.
Simon Whitlock.
He's got one of them,
Yeah.
and it's a break.
Simon
So Simon Whitlock is still in there fighting.
You can see the roll of the eyes and the shake of the head. He's not happy. You know, the governor's not a happy chap. He let that one go, and he knows it. Now Simon's got to punish.
96.
Well, maybe this isn't quite over just yet.
Not yet.
Or maybe Taylor's going to end it right here, right now. You can see there's only 2 legs that have gone past 15 darts. So 6 legs in 5 visits to the board or fewer. Cheeky little 11 darter in there as well.
100.
Yeah, it's always nice to see one of them. 3 140s and then 81 in 2 darts is always nice. Take that every time, Dan.
Oh, here comes Phil Taylor.
139.
Pressure on Whitlock.
Yeah, 262. It leaves you, a nice amount of options. And 305, if you go on that triple 20 on 305, it leaves you a chance of leaving a nice finish as well. So,
Phil Taylor putting his foot down here. It's a maximum on Phil Taylor. He missed the match dart in the last leg. It looks like he's going to get another one here. At least one.
Yeah. It's going to be ball
56.
double 16.
So Phil Taylor to end it here for a 6-3 win. Looks at the bullseye, he's
He's hit
missed.
the 7.
Well. 25 for ball.
Here we go. That's awkward. Got to take it.
And
Right.
it's there!
And the match,
That's why he's
Phil
the greatest ever to play
Fantastic.
the game. He didn't hit his target with his first dart, but the second and the third were a bit special. Even Simon Whitlock has to acknowledge that. A right smile from the Australian as he crashes out here at the Austrian Darts Open. Phil Taylor with 102